Now let's go ahead and title this Sidearm DD3 test. So this is my first time throwing a DD3 on a sidearm line, and this is on a 612-foot hole out in Enid, Oklahoma, Meadow Lake Park. And Flight Farm there in Enid hooked me up with this disc and wanted me to try it out and make a video with them. And this is what I got myself. And I wanted to show you guys a couple different takes me throwing this sidearm. And really the point of this video isn't to show you the DD3. It's to show you just the sidearm form in general. And then I'll slow it down and we'll talk about it a little bit. So first, just like 3 different angles or views of the same throw at full speed. I'll back it back up. So you see the basket there down the hillside, 612 feet downhill the whole way. There's a river obviously on the right side there, and there's a slope that basically plays the whole way down to the river. And there's a little bit of flat ground right before the basket, which sits up on a knoll itself. And yeah, it's a really good hole. It plays as a par 4 on the sign, but in reality, like at an A tier or something, this would be a par 3 for guys with big arms, or just be a bonus eagle, honestly, for guys that can reach it. I feel like I can reach it if I really throw a good aggressive line with like a Ballista Pro, a Destroyer, or maybe a Crusade from Full Turn Disc, or even this DD3 could do it. I'm pretty sure it could do it if I trusted it. But yeah, that backhand line's definitely there, and today you're going to get to see this sidearm line from me. Okay, enough talk about that. So, setting up this line, I want to talk about... Okay, so first, my feet. All right. There's not much speed. It's really a controlled line. I'm trying to keep my upper body under control, so you're not going to see a lot of fast-moving footwork here. And then one thing to note is I'm on the balls of my feet the whole time I'm moving down that tee pad. You can see very light, soft touches on the toes, on the balls of the feet, controlling the direction of where I'm going to be throwing that frisbee. And then there I've created a line with my feet in the direction that I want to throw the disc. Now it's not going to be like straight left like at this tree area, but I've got my hips lined up to throw in the direction left of the basket, which is going to be a great line for a forehand play on this hole. And then now we can back it up and play that at real speed and watch the feet in real time, real light, setting up the angle for the direction I want to throw. Again, just the feet there. Okay, now let's back it up and talk a little bit about the upper body. So again, the feet are under control, really light steps, not quick. That way I can set that upper body up with the same pace that I want to be setting up the lower body. No hurry here. That way I have ample time to set myself up, size up the shot, and then unload. So you can see I've got a little bit of a lean back. My front shoulder is up, so obviously I'm throwing this disc up in the air. I'm not sure how overstable this disc is going to be on a sidearm line, so whenever I'm approaching this shot, my shoulders are definitely more on the upward slant, upward slope, and my feet, you can see I'm kind of got a lean back where I've got a little bit more weight on that right foot, and that definitely helps me get that shoulder up and prepare for this launch. And then you see that final step, stepping at the target, just like in any sport. You step at your target, then you throw. Step, throw. One more time. Step, throw. Transfer of energy, okay? I've got that upper body lined up. Disc is loaded on a plane that I can transfer that energy in a straight line down the pipe. See the elbow drops in. Elbow leads the way. Okay, again, footwork loaded, shoulders loaded, throwing an upward shot down that line. Now, it looks like the disc is dropping, but it's really the elbow is starting to drop. And then the line comes through, and I'm letting go slight, maybe tip of an Anheuser, but still shoulders are pointed up, so the flip is going to be very, very subtle. And then a follow through I always teach the follow through palm up. No matter how hard you're throwing, even if you're throwing a roller straight into the ground, your goal is to finish palm up. You never want to see the back of your hand as you're throwing it. And then obviously here you can see I never flip it over to where my thumb is pointing at the ground. That means the palm of my hand is always within view. Means it's a good shot. Let's see it at real speed. Smooth transfer of energy, no hurry, nothing fancy. We're just loading our hips, setting our feet up, setting our shoulder up, and then a nice smooth throw, step throw, just like any sport. It doesn't take much. 500-foot sidearm. Downhill, a lot of help. But you got to throw it. It doesn't take much. And it's really just all in that load and then really just the step at the target. One last look in slow motion. And send it out there. This one ended up landing about 60, 70 feet short, left of the basket. And that would have been a nice little spot to give a toss at the basket to attempt for that eagle. Most likely would have been a 3. I could definitely be more aggressive because we saw that disc definitely give me a little bit of turn, but since it was nose up, since it was heading in the air, it didn't like flip over on me. It just hung out a little bit wider than, I probably could have been way more aggressive for sure. But that's my first look at a DD3 on a sidearm. I don't know if it's going to make the bag, but I can understand why people are throwing it. It's a really good driver. So check you guys later for more breakdowns of form and all the other good things. Later.